If you are going to plow snow with a Ford truck, there are some things that you need to know. There are some things that could cause this product to have some serious issues, but there's some very simple solutions to avoid the big problems that can come from this truck operating in such a harsh environment. But before I dive too deep into this video, I need you guys' help. There is a channel called Spencer's Lawn Care where he's been having some issues with his Ford truck. If you can, go over to his channel and leave a message. I would really like to get him on our live stream where we talk about Ford trucks on Wednesday nights on Power Stroke Tech Talks channel. We all go live every night on Wednesday at around 8:30, 9 p.m. and we talk about these Ford trucks and different issues. He's having some very serious problems over on Spencer's Lawn Care, and I think it would be very beneficial for him to bring his issues to the Power Stroke Tech Talk podcast. Even though it's called Power Stroke Tech Talk, it deals with all Ford trucks, whether they're gas or diesel. And I think his electrical issues and wiring problems could definitely get sorted out with the help of that channel. But if you can leave a message on his channel saying, hey, reach out to Power Stroke Tech Talk and get on our live stream tonight. Hopefully we can reach out to him and maybe hear something from him today or in the future, maybe next week, and we can actually hear his problems on the channel and maybe find a solution for him. But what are some of the things that you can watch out for when it comes to these Ford trucks if you're going to plow snow or work this vehicle in a harsh environment? Number one is your wiring harness. I've talked about this before and I'll talk about it again. You have to be cognizant of your wiring harness, being that this harness runs down in the trough of the truck. What I will be doing soon, I haven't done it yet, but I will be doing it soon. I've already confirmed that everything on this truck is functional. This truck, it being a 2022, hasn't seen any snow plowing yet. So what I'm going to do is get a very good UL listed double or a wide tape, and I'm going to cover this harness up, because when you look at this harness, you can see that this is the backbone of the whole electrical system in the truck. And what's going to end up inadvertently happening, there's no way around it, is the water and salt is going to work its way down into this harness, and it's going to get on this harness regardless. Because we're going to be plowing snow, this truck's going to see a much higher amount of corrosion in this area. And if there's any issues with this harness, meaning for whatever reason, if it got probed by for whatever reason, or if there's any tears in any of these wires, there's miles and miles of wiring. If there's somehow a tear in one of these wires, then the corrosion is going to eat at that harness, and it's going to short it and potentially cause problems with the truck. So this part of the harness where it sits down in this trough, any water that gets brought into the truck will eventually sit on top of this harness and potentially cause problems. So we're going to cover this up like we've done in the past with our other trucks. We're going to cover up this harness to keep the elements out of it, and we're going to do it before salt ever sees this truck. So that's going to be coming up soon in a video coming here soon. Another area of concern on these Ford trucks is this fuse panel, or this fuse box right here, tucked away in the backside by the battery of the truck. The reason this is an issue in the problem area is because the wheel well liner is not totally sealed from the factory. Let's take a look underneath here. As you can see, we have our wheel liner, and all of the spray from hitting mud or whatever is right along here. But the problem that you can run to when you're plowing snow is you see this big hole right here. That hole is located very close to that fuse box, the bottom side of that fuse box. So sometimes these fuse boxes have problems. So the solution to that is to get a plastic liner. Now, with that hole there, there's other holes in this liner. This hole right here is locating a connector. You can see a push pin going through. So when you get a plastic liner, all these weak points become covered up. Here we are underneath our 19250 that already has the plastic wheel well liners installed, and as you can see, this area here has no openings and it's totally sealed, meaning that the pressure from water and salt being sprayed in this area does not seep into the engine bay where that fuse box is. But that's pretty much the two main things when it comes to these trucks. And it's not just a Ford thing. I'm sure GM still has these kinds of issues. I'm sure Dodge has these kinds of issues. But if you can, reach out to that guy, Spencer's Lawn Care. Shoot over to his channel, leave him a comment, and maybe we can get him to pop in and tell us, some of the issues. I mean, the video's out where it explains that he's having the windows kind of roll down automatically on him without pressing the button, and then his engine's not turning off. When he turns off the truck keeps running. And he was saying that he can't lemon law the truck because it's on a commercial account. So I do know, and I'm very confident that between Ford Boss Me, Power Stroke Tech Talk, Bearded Ford Tech, and Rayman Ray, that we can find a solution to this guy's issues. So hopefully he can reach out. If not a big deal, but hopefully we can get his attention. So potentially bring some of these issues up to light. And the guys over at Power Stroke Tech Talk love a challenge. They work on this stuff all the time. They're a group of the technicians at Ford and other shops where they don't run from the challenge. These electrical problems can be quite challenging to sort out, and this group of guys over on Power Stroke Tech Talk are not afraid of a challenge. I mean, these types of issues, complicated electrical problems, they work on this stuff all day in and day out. So anyway, this is Sean, this is DS Trucks. Hope to hear from you soon. That's going to be it for today's video. Real quick, short, but see you guys next time. Over and out.